Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to let you know that this week I am doing a contest for my imwear. For the spring, I want to bring out a new shirt with a new word, and I want to hear what you guys want. Then let's get on to the video. So I'm going to share with you 10 things that have helped me to empower myself, and hopefully you as well. 1. Stop trying to be perfect. Yes, I know it's the simplest thing, everyone knows. But sadly we still all live by that we gotta be perfect, we gotta be like this, we have to be like that, we have to look like that person. But you don't have to. You have the right to choose who you want to be and who you even inspire to be like. And you can't be perfect because there's nothing that's set as what you should be. We're all different, so there's no hierarchy of perfect. And I don't want to be perfect, because if I'm perfect and somebody else is perfect, then we're technically the same person, and then I'm no longer an individual. I'm no longer unique. And everything that makes you up who you are is no longer you, because you're aspiring to be like too many other people. I know for me, I like to remind myself, especially in school, that I'm doing the best I can with what I have. So yes, some tests I may not get the grades I like, but at that time I did the best I could. So I don't like to say that you would regret something. For me, that word no longer exists in my vocabulary, because I don't believe that you should ever regret something. Because yeah, something may have not turned out the way you wanted it to, but at that time you did what you could, and it's as simple as that. So yeah, maybe for that math test I didn't get the mark I wanted, but I was in class for every lesson. Or I may have missed some lessons because I had like a doctor's appointment or something. I did homework, maybe not every day, because I had other classes that had other work to do. And I studied before that test, and how much I studied depended on what was going on in my life. Other classes, other things outside of school can all affect this. So at the time I did the best I could, and then this is what came out of it. So maybe I'll learn something new for next time. That, oh, maybe my way of studying isn't the best way for me to study. Or as simple as, maybe I really need to stop binge watching that show on Netflix. But it's just so addicting. I get it. So the best you can do is do what feels right to you at that time. You may make mistakes, but you live and learn from those. And a lot of times if you make a mistake and then you learn something from that mistake, that lesson you learned sticks with you a lot better than if it was just something someone told you. Because you don't have any past experience that really affected you, that made you realize, oh yeah, I need to do this way, or I need to be more focused on this, or I need to find ways to motivate myself. Because life is always changing and we're learning and growing all the time. So you need to stop criticizing yourself for not being perfect and know that you're doing the best you can, and that not reaching perfection is not failure. So yes, if something doesn't turn out the way you want it to, it may be life pushing you down to see if you will get back up and you will keep going. Life does that. Life tests you to see, do you really want this? Are you gonna work for it? You can't just float around life aimlessly, even though my mom seems to think I do that. She thinks I do no work. But the universe can't provide for you what you don't know. So if you don't know what you want, how can the universe provide it for you? Number 2, stop comparing yourself to other people. Because guess what? You're not them. Everyone's unique. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. So when you compare yourselves to others, you're only looking at their strengths, and then you start to feel bad about yourselves. I did track and field in high school, so yeah, I do long jump, and yeah, other girls jump farther than me. But that was one thing that they were really good at, and then I realized I could sprint faster than them, but they could jump farther. We all had our different strengths and different weaknesses. So don't compare yourself to someone else, because they're not you. They haven't lived in your life. They haven't lived in your shoes, and you don't know what their life is like. So don't judge someone from what you see on the outside. Number 3, be who you really are. In order to empower yourself, you have to stop wishing that you were someone else and embrace who you are. You have to embrace who you are because you were born that way. For me, I am a free-spirited quirky girl who loves comic books and I like Comic-Con. But then I also love going to Sephora and buying lots of makeup. And I love the color pink. I may have mentioned that a few times. It's just so true. People may see me outside and I may be in a pink dress and I may have heels on and I'll have my hair curled and my makeup done and I'll be wearing jewelry. And people will be like, wow, she looks like a really prissy person. And then I go home and I get in my room and I play video games. And I'm just sitting here by myself screaming at the screen for someone to get out of my way or to kill that zombie. You can't predict what people will be like because everyone is so different. Because you've all grown up in different lives that have affected you of how you are, what's your personality like, what you like and what you don't like. And that's all in your DNA as well for your own physical and emotional traits. Each person has a purpose in life. We all bring something different to the table. If we were all the same, nothing in life would be different. It would be so boring. Number 4, take life one day at a time. I've talked a lot about loving yourself, and yes, loving yourself takes time. So give yourself that time to fully understand who you are. Sadly, with school, I find a lot of times you're going to school 5 days a week, that's taking up a lot of your time, and then you get homework and assignments and tests, and all these different things come up that you then focusing on that, and then when you have free time, you're like, oh, I'll watch Netflix, I'll watch a movie, I'll go hang out with my friends. But do you take time for yourself? Do you know who you are? That's a question I ask a lot of people. I don't really get answers back usually. I usually don't get very many answers because people don't know who they are. They've had so many other things in their life to focus on that they didn't take the time to stop and wonder, who am I? What do I like? What do I really don't like? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Other than the things that you may have learned kind of day to day, you may not know fully who you are. So you gotta take time for yourself because you can't, especially when you're getting older and you're getting into relationships, you can't commit to someone else before knowing who you are personally. And sadly, my mom sees women who come in at 50 and their kids are moved out or they may have lost a spouse and they are now on their own and they realize they've never spent time by themselves. So they don't know what to do with themselves because they're like, I don't know what I like, I don't know what I want to do. And that's a sad thing that no one has taken the time to figure out who they are. By knowing who you are, you can live a happier life because then you can actually pursue and do things that you like. And you'll feel confident in yourself because, yeah, you really do know who you are. You understand yourself. And you're not just walking around living in a body that you're like, this is who I am. I think. School taught me to be this way. Number 5, learn from past experiences. Don't let things that happened to you in the past define who you are today. You can always learn from anything you've done before. Like I've mentioned before, life is a learning process. You may fall down, but you get right back up and you continue on. So always remember, just because something seems bad at the time, you deserve a fresh beginning. Things can always change. Just carry on. Number 6, forgive yourself. This one is really hard for people to do. This goes along with the last point about learning from the past experiences. In other words, don't punish yourself for something that happened or that you did, but instead learn from that mistake. It's a life experience. You can't dwell on the past. All you can do is accept, yes, that happened. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. But that's in the past now. And it's in the past because it's behind you. And all you need to do is look forward and keep moving. Number 7, treat yourself like you would treat your best friend. I know I like to treat my friends with trust, kindness, acceptance, respect. The way you would want to treat your best friend, try treating yourself like that. Because you should value yourself just as much as you value another person. Number 8, express yourself. This one I'm very good at. Maybe you express yourself in a diary, or you may be creative and do art or write short stories. The way you express yourself is different for each person. It's whatever you like. For me, a lot of times mine's in my fashion. So present yourself and express yourself through whatever is your means, whatever is comfortable and is freeing to you. Number 9, know how to react in a healthy way. An important part of respecting yourself is sticking up for yourself. When someone is mean to you, you need to know how to healthily react. You need to let them know that if someone's mean to you, you're not gonna stand for that. You don't deserve to be treated that way. But you need to react in a way that is calm and not aggressive, because then you're just riling up that other person. And then that's how a fight can start, or an argument, and that's not solving anything. For me, I personally had in grade 9, I believe I've shared this story before when I was first talking, in my first video when I talked about going into grade 9 and experiences with bullying, where the kid told me I was stupid, and I looked at him and I was like, cool. And he was like, you know, that's not a compliment. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna choose to take it as one, because I just met you and I really don't care for your opinion. I didn't ask for it, and you know nothing about me, so why would I take what you think about me personally? And I told him that I didn't really care, and I just walked away. And finally, number 10, believe in yourself. Never get anxious or worried about anything you set your heart to do. Instead, believe that your efforts will yield positive results. For the question of the week, I'm going to ask you, how do you view yourself? Now, how do you think others see you? Let me know by commenting down below. Because there's always both positive and negative views. And sadly, people always find that the negative sticks out more. So if you believe I am stupid or I'm no good, then you have to change that. You can change your beliefs. So don't look at the negative. Look at what's good in your life. Look at what you enjoy, what brings you happiness. Because those things are what's important to you. And it's those things that'll carry throughout your life. If you like this video and want to see more of me, leave a like down below, subscribe for more, and as always, wear what you want to wear, be who you want to be, believe in yourself, and never stop loving yourself. XO Summer.